Here we go, here we go. We are going into our level 2 total body, getting those upper levels of breathography. You see Jamie here, and thank you for being in the bathrobe. Yes, this is amazing. We are starting with a little painless circularity, which ultimately is using baroreceptors on the body, touching the body, squeezing the body to help minimize pain and also to warm up the body. If you are a person who's in pain, I highly recommend movements like these circular movements and also adding pressure to the body. Now here, we're starting with cognition cardio, a little bit of agility work, which not only warms up the body, but warms up the mind. And when you're doing an early morning workout like these ladies, really, really helpful. Nicole, great job moving through that deep squat and keeping the knees in line. So I love the warm up where we alternate between a squat and a quadruped or a plank, because it warms up that sensation of the foot connecting to the ground, the foot tripod connecting to the ground, and getting the knees in the right position. And now Jamie's going through that combo. I think they're a little out of sync, which is great because I can cue you one at a time. Really nice. And then Jamie's adding those jumps, which again is a really nice way to get those plyometrics early in the morning to upregulate that lymphatic system, the immune system, and all of that amazingness. So here, this looks amazing. Really nice job, Nicole, keeping the head pressed back into the hands. Putting your hands behind your head is a really great way to set up the head posture, to work on your head posture and open up your chest. Also to make sure that you're not overusing your pecs when performing the forced exhalation with the breathography technique. The forced exhale is a great way to improve the strength of the lungs, of the abdominals, but it's easy for the pecs to overcompensate. So we want to make sure the pecs aren't overcompensating with that work. Okay. So now Nicole's getting in her tether point, underhand grip, working those shoulder external rotators and connecting to the core immediately by pushing into the band. Now, remember you guys, this video is sped up about 4 times actually, because I wanted to not cut any of this out and get all of the work in here. And so Jamie is doing a great job of keeping her elbows right beside her ribs and not letting the elbows move too far behind the ribs when pushing into the band. I think that's important when performing the faster movement protocols. We want to keep the arms very controlled, the chest open. Really nice job, Nicole, with that side-to-side agility. This is a wonderful warm-up for the shoulder rotators. I think that you can think about keeping the shoulders back even a little bit more when performing the side-to-side movement. But excellent job keeping the arms at a 45 degree angle for that one. And great job keeping time. You guys are doing amazing with these. And now we have our single arm, and in our single arm plank. And I think in this one, Nicole, you can actually move your left rib down a little bit so that the pelvis is nice and balanced in that position. And with the arm extended out to the side, of course, we're really working that oblique hard. Great job, Jamie, keeping the head in line, pulling the forearm down. This looks fantastic, connecting to that right oblique. Really important here. And Nicole's doing a great job of just bringing the elbow right back to the rib, getting that overhead press in there. Just watch the wrist alignment. Make sure all the fingers are gripping equally always when you're holding onto the band. It's really easy to get overuse stuff when you are using a lot of gripping in your workout, holding TheraBands, holding weights, and you just want to make sure that you're working all the muscles as synergistically as possible. So here, Nicole's doing a great job of flanking the supporting femur as she goes down in her deadlift. This is a really great way of keeping the weights underneath the center of gravity by using the cue, flank the femur. And it's a really great way also to get that glute going early in the day. And great job, Jamie, with that balance. I saw you start to fall out at first, and then you just reconnected to that core immediately. That's a great thing about the forced exhale, is that it increases activity of those obliques and keeps you honest and keeps you centered on your body. Great job. A nice perpendicular shin, Jamie, when you go down to that lunge. I can tell that you are feeling that left glute quite a bit. Nice job with those hammer curl swings. Nicole, I like the ball in between the knees to keep the knees in line. Nice job keeping the leading from the backs of the shoulders. Really, really helpful, especially if you have a history of biceps tendonitis or frozen shoulder. You just want to be really careful with the positioning of the arms and bicep work, and also not overdo bicep work. Use your minimum effective dose to get the bicep strong, but don't overdo that muscle because it can lead to irritation of the biceps tendon if you have a history history of it. And nice work, Jamie, for the horizontal row. I would try to give yourself a little more resistance and move a little further back. So you only have to bring the elbow back to the line of the shoulder to get that, to get that muscle working. I think that's perfect. Great job with that agility, Nicole. Great job staying hydrated. Awesome job. Jamie, I would bring your elbows a little more forward with that high repetition cardio lat work to get a nice 45-degree angle with the elbows. It's just a more optimal plane for working the lats. And now we're just doing everything on the other side. So, I always tell when you're holding that weight out to the side with your right hand, imagine there's more weight on the right foot than the left foot when you're in that plank. And I love when the dog comes in and gives us a little bit of challenge. He has a cute outfit on. Nicole, really nice job with that posterior oblique sling work with that overhead press. The arm is in the perfect position in conjunction with that row. That looks awesome. So exciting. So glad you guys are getting your workout in early in the day, getting the band. See, I like the band on the ankle, light band, but don't overdo the band. I've actually talked about this with Nicole, booty bands are becoming very popular these days, and it's easy to overdo them. If you're not strong enough to support the resistance of that band, you're going to get compensations in muscles such as the piriformis, other areas, muscles that have more ability to support that band than others. And for some, the gluteus medius just isn't strong enough to support the strength of the band. So watch the strength and the resistance of your bands in that position. Really nice with those rows, you guys. I love the rows with the stand-up. Really connects the glutes to the lats and all of that jazz. Looks awesome. Really nice work. Such a great way to get a total body workout using a combination of weights and bands here. And now we're getting a little push-up mobility combo with our teaser. Nicole is a Pilates teacher, so she is excellent at that teaser, just flying right up into it and keeping that band just where it needs to be. Excellent, and really nice even femur length away from the pelvis. That's always a good way to determine whether or not your pelvis is balanced and you're working muscles equally on both sides. You can stare at the length of the femur relative to the pelvis. Great job, Jamie. That looks awesome as well. Nice job with those kneeling push-ups. I love getting the kneeling push-ups in there in our early weeks of the breathography, which I think I made a mistake at the beginning. I said we're on the later weeks, where actually this is an example of a week 1 workout where we're bringing the breathography all the way back to level 1. So focusing on basically the physiological sigh in conjunction with the workout and bringing those the resistance down on the body just a little bit here. Awesome job, you guys.